Good molweni and welcome back to my channel. I hope you have your pen and papers ready. I am sharing the industry do's this time. All the things that I want you to do to make sure that your stay in the industry is pleasant, to make sure you actually last, because a lot of people I have found don't last in this industry because they come in with a different understanding of what the industry is and they get caught up in things that they shouldn't be getting caught up in. At number one, without any further ado, is contracts. Please make sure you have a contract. It does not have to be written by a lawyer. You can Google simple contract terms, as long as your contract ensures that your equipment is protected and that also that the client's best interests are also protected. Should the weather not allow you to do the setup, what happens with the client's money? Should the client cancel, at which point do they get whatever portion of what they paid for? Should things break at the event, what happens with you getting your losses paid back? Please, I believe COVID taught us a lot about making sure that we have contracts. So if you don't have one, please make one. And if you do have one, please read over it and just make sure that you do have specific terms and conditions that cover you. Number two, budget. Do not be scared to ask your client what is the budget. We have so many people who come into our inboxes, onto our WhatsApps. They're coming into our DMs, they're calling, everybody wants a quote. Everyone's like, please quote me on 12 people. I mean, there is no way you could quote every single person that comes into our inbox. So a simple way for me that I find works is by asking the person, what is the budget that you have in mind to spare for this event? And if at any point the person is hesitant about the budget, I get a bit wary. If the person gives me a good budget, then I know, oh, okay, cool. Then I can spend my time in quoting this person. But if the person sends me a budget that is almost half of what I'm estimating to charge them, that's when I know that this will not be a successful client. And I try by all means to gracefully decline the offer and I pass the person to somebody else. Do not be scared to ask what is your client. Number three, can you listen to your client? This is one of the best things that I was taught, that as event planners, we get so excited to quote, we get so excited at a client showing interest in our products that we start to ramble on. We share information, we give ideas, we share our plans, and by the end of it, you actually don't even get the client, because what the client usually does is they'll take all your amazing ideas, they'll take your quote and go give it to somebody else who's charging them cheaper and have them do your concept at a cheaper rate. Wait for your client to tell you what they want. Quote your client on what they want and don't give a client anything more than that if they have not. Only when your client pays do you then ask them leading questions to help you know what is your client looking for in terms of feels, in terms of their theme, and how they wish for you to execute. If you don't listen to your client, guys, if you are not talking and communicating with your client in the process, you'll end up delivering a beautiful setup that is not in line with what the client wanted. So always make sure you listen to your client, understand what they want, and do your best in creating an amazing experience for them. Hopefully they'll come back. This one I'm very passionate about, because I am passionate about people. That's probably why I have such a big mouth. It is staff. Guys, love your staff. Your temp staff, your permanent staff, your driver, your lifter, your cleaner, your washer. I adore the people that work for me so much. I like Dibatanda as though they were my own siblings. I mean, I don't understand people who don't respect people that work for them, because if it wasn't for these people, we wouldn't be able to make these amazing events that we do. Guys, it literally is a production to pull off an event. So you need to thank them. You thank them not just by money, but by treating them like people. Treat them like people. Love them like your family. And I promise you, they will be invested in you. And even when times aren't that great for you, they will stick by your side purely because you take care of them. Train them, feed them, value them, love them, promote them, teach them, and educate them. So that, I mean, there's absolutely nothing wrong in teaching somebody else to open up their own business to do something else. Do you understand? Let's not be caught up in, I only want this person to be a worker for me. Be kind enough to train them. Give them skills that can actually make them more money outside of just being your assistant. But basically, guys, love them and treat your assistants with respect. Last but not least is network. You need to get out of your shell in events. I promise you, there is no one person in events who functions independently. You need other people. So make friends, go out, interact with other people. You don't have to literally attend people's events and get into their faces, no. But on the grams, in the comment sections, you know, have a nice word. That's such beautiful work. Oh, I love that. You inspire me. But get yourself out there. Have people know you exist. Be kind to other people. Be open to joining if there's a lunch-in. Attend one. If there's a WhatsApp group of people in your neighborhood who do events, join it. I mean, I'm not saying you need to now be in like a million groups. Be selective, obviously, about the circles that you go into. But definitely, if you can, with the people that you started with, stick with those people, grow your small circles, because everybody in events is part of a circle. It's very lonely in this industry if you're going to come in and not make any friends. And at the same token, don't come into this industry and make enemies. Please build your circles, engage with other planners. If you feel like you need a mentor, look for one, reach out to people. But all I'm saying is just get out of your shell and interact with other kids. Make friends, just interact. I mean, I have so many people in the events field that I've never physically met. But because I'm so open on the grams, I'm always commenting, and I'm always, if I see someone's doing good work, guys, it takes nothing away from you to say to that person, great work. And I mean, that is a beautiful relationship to keep. Should the day happen where I bump into that person, it will be so much more in kind, and it will be so much more receptive of each other, because you understand, we have history on the grams. It doesn't have to be 1 million people. It doesn't have to be 20 people. 2, 3 people, that's a big enough circle. As long as you find people that you trust, people that you feel about you, they believe in you, they want you to grow, and in the same token, you also want them to grow, so you can share ideas with each other. I really do hope these do's help you, and if you weren't implementing these, I hope you start implementing them now. Do let me know in the comment section if you feel like there's one more do that I forgot to mention, and if you do one of my industry do's, do comment on how you found them to be helpful. Thank you so much for watching my channel. I do appreciate you. Please do share the video. Don't forget to like. Until next time. Goodbye.